Good morning, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. In fact, everybody's very, very welcome to watch this video. I'm Clive. You're watching Emery's Tarot. Okay. And it's really nice to see you. So without further ado, let's see what's going on for the sign of Pisces. Okay, let's get the cards of who shuffles. You're very, very guarded at the moment, Pisces. You are approaching your situation with a very, very different attitude. Whereas in the past you perhaps jumped into things, rather hastily. There's a lot more thinking and strategizing behind your reasoning now. Okay. I'm getting that a lot of you are dissatisfied with your present situation, whether this is in work or, in a love situation. You kind of want a change of scenery here. You're doing a lot of contemplating. Okay, let's see. You're kind of redistributing your responsibilities. One more shuffle. You're certainly concentrating on your own happiness at the moment. That's the Six of Pentacles, the Marriage card, the Seven of Swords. Okay, there's a lot of stress there. What's coming towards you is the Fool. You are very, very focused at the moment. Outside influences, the person you're dealing with. Okay, there's a marriage there. There's beliefs affecting this relationship, whether that's religious beliefs, upbringing, environmental beliefs here. But there's a detachment here going on. And ongoing energy is the Devil. All right. In the past, there was a lot of give and take from your end. Okay, but what I'm getting is here, Pisces, to a degree, you were so ready to jump in and help people. Okay, you're a very charitable person, a very giving person, a very loving person. But this was a bit one-sided. There's a relationship here or marriage that was out of sync. Okay, and the more you gave, the more people took from you. And even in work, you were very, very quick to support everybody around you. And this is a very laudable attitude, but I'm getting here that, there were certain situations where you were taken advantage of. And I'm kind of getting here that, things were very, very happy for a while, but then they became very intense, okay? And what I'm getting in here is perhaps for some of you a fresh start, somebody new coming in, okay? But in the process, you are, in this situation of the Hierophant, where there's a marriage, as I say, beliefs that's a very, very strong influencing factor in this relationship. All right. There is a fresh start here with somebody, but the problem is there's another connection. Now, this other connection could be with a child. Okay. But there's a third party influence there. And it's a question of, asking yourself, what do you really want? Going inside yourself and working out your feelings and your intentions, because what I'm getting is here a shift in perspective. I'm getting some of you are leaving a situation, that's for sure, okay, to go into something new. There is a very, very big life-changing decision here for some of you, okay. It's a big jump, all right, but, it's leaving the situation that you're presently in, whether that's work or whether that's a family situation, or whether it's a marriage or whatever. It's kind of leaving it the best way you can. I'm getting here, letting somebody down gently, perhaps explaining to them that there is nothing in common here. Okay. And you want to leave a certain situation with as least conflict as you possibly can. As I say, you're a very giving, very loving person, but on getting here, there's somebody new here. Okay. And there is a fresh start. There is travel and relocation for some of you. Okay. And this could either be due to work or somebody new, but it's putting your plans into action. All right. I can see good news coming in, news that you're waiting for. Now, perhaps if you're going through a divorce or a separation of any kind, there's some kind of news that you're waiting for. It's kind of like the green light. You do face many obstacles. You do face many challenges. But I'm kind of getting you're drawing the line on something, literally. You're putting up your boundaries. You're a very forgiving person in a lot of ways, but the trick here and the challenge is forgiving yourself. All right. You are beginning to stand your ground. You are beginning to focus, and you are beginning to work, and doing it your way. I'm kind of getting there is some very, very big changes here coming. Just what's happened there? Some very, very big changes here. Okay, I've got 2 8s here, and in numerology, from my point of view, okay, this is the Tower in the Major Arcana. 2 8s are 16. Tower's number 16. There's a complete collapse of a situation. But now what you're determining is you're determining for yourself the way you want it to go. Okay, so basically you're in control. You are realising who you are realising where you want to be and who you want to be with. There is an outside influence here, perhaps a parent in some of your cases maybe, but there's a very, very strong impulse here for some interference. Yeah, somebody else's opinion is kind of getting in the way. But as I say, the person you're dealing with, they may not be living with somebody or actually married in the physical sense, but energetically they're tied to somebody here in a very, very loving way, perhaps an ex-spouse or whatever, or an ex-parent. And you could be dealing with your ex here, the father of a child. As I say, there's children involved for some of you. But what is coming towards you is a lot of revelations, a lot of happiness, and you stepping out into the big wide world, at least energetically. It's a big step for you. It's where confidence is very, very much needed. I am picking up travel for a lot of you, as I say, and this could be due to work, but you're beginning to feel at peace with yourself. All right. The past is a strong influence on you at the moment. All right. It's kind of like you're tying up loose ends. All right. Now, maybe you have been dealing with somebody in the past who you were very, very happy with. Okay, and sometime probably even married, had a child with, and then there was a separation. You both went your separate ways. You put yourself in another situation, perhaps dated and are living with somebody else, and then the past comes back. But there's a reconciliation here of some kind. There's a parting of the ways also. But it's mainly about you coming to terms with your childhood. For some of you, maybe there was an issue with the childhood and a parent. Okay, but that issue can be both good and bad. This Empress is very double-edged. It can mean where somebody who is very, very loving to the extreme, but then that shows us possessiveness and jealousy and resentment, of anybody coming close to you. So, these issues can work both ways. It's just I'm getting here for maybe for some of you that there was childhood issues, okay? But there is the chance for you to, you are going to travel, a lot of you, on getting, all right, at least temporarily, at the very least, not necessarily permanently, but I'm getting away, some privacy here. But you're weighing up your pros and cons here. You're weighing up the risks. You're weighing up what you've got to give up. But in general terms, you want to wipe the slate clean. All right. And there is a fresh start here. There's messages coming in. Okay. And as I say, there could be children involved for a lot of you. And there's them to consider. So it is kind of restrictive, at least energetically, however you decide to go forward. I'm not picking up total emotional commitment here, but I am picking up working things out, okay, with somebody from your past, okay, perhaps the father of a child or the mother of the child. But you want to start afresh. Now, whether that's with somebody else or on your own, okay, you're going for it. It's a lot happening, all right. But what I am seeing here is a new perspective, and you kind of been very creative in your communication, whether this is in work or whether this is in your private life. A lot of it, the situation, the general energy remains the same. I'm getting that a lot of you are on the move. There is a big change of environment here. There's a big change of scenery, and you're kind of going for it. I'm just going to get one oracle card here. Yep. Or whatever it is you're planning, it's a question of looking at the bigger picture. Okay. Checking out all the scenarios that you possibly can, and this depends on what you envisage on. As I say, you can determine the way it goes, but when you do that in decisions you're making, it's a kind of looking at the bigger picture. It's seeing all aspects. It's kind of even seeing other people's points of view and taking them on board. Okay. Thanks very much for watching.